Hello there and welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. I am so thrilled to be joined in studio by two gentlemen that know how to help you have a fantastic summer adventure. In studio with me I have to my right Tyler Field. He is with Jordanelle Rentals and Marina. And then a little bit further down the couch we have Brinton Passey. He is with Lofty Peaks Adventures. Welcome guys. How are you today?
Great.
Doing well?
Doing well. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you've been keeping busy so far with this awesome summer that's upon us.
It's been beyond busy. It's been everything we can handle over at Jordanelle for sure.
Very cool. Well, as I mentioned before, I've been out with Brinton before with Lofty Peaks, and the experiences that you guys provide are just like unlike any other. I am so excited to have you here because you guys are also featured in our Heber Valley Mountain Weekend show that is showing this weekend, which we'll chat more about in a moment. But Brinton, I first want you to give us a little backstory about Jordanelle, and then Tyler, we'll have you go into the services and everything that you guys do. When did the marina start?
Jordanelle's been around for a long time. The state park has always offered, in partnership with their concessionaires, the opportunity to have rentals and different things at the lake. Mm-hmm. And we've been over there for about seven summers now. Nice. And we've been able to offer the public some great activities. Just some fun in the sun, and it's amazing what hot weather does for up here, the valley. The valley down there, it gets really hot. We just did the weather, it's 102 down there, and people just want to come up and cool off, and it gets pretty busy over there.
I bet. Yeah, let's talk about the services and all the great things you guys can do out on the water, because when I think people don't even realize the extent of what you do provide. I think they may consider, oh, boating, but then there's so much more than that.
There's a ton more than that. We consider ourselves a full service marina. We have every kind of boat rental you'd want, from brand new, very expensive competition wakeboard boats down to just little fish boats that you can go out and have a fun day fishing, and everything in between, pontoon boats, wave runners. And then we throw in for good measure paddle boards and kayaks, and then something new this year that we're excited about is our fly dive aqua boards. That's an experience all in its own. There's very few people that have ever done that, and it's definitely worth your time coming out and checking it out.
And explain what this is to those that have never been out and done it.
So picture Rocket Man, mostly,
okay.
Pretty much.
All right, I have this visual. What's next?
Yeah, so we take water nozzles that are connected to a jet ski and hook them to your feet, and we have enough thrust out of that we can shoot you 20, 30 feet in the air, do pirouettes, fall in the water, do all kinds of stuff. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity that you owe it to yourself to go try.
That image? Well, no, it looks like so much fun, but the image, the only thing I can relate this to from what I've seen in like movies is, I mean, you mentioned like Rocket Man, but you know the Green Goblin when he's on his little, in Spider-Man, that kind of looks like that. Just a little bit. I mean, you feel like a superhero. I mean, you're doing something that you never have done before.
Humans aren't really used to being able to have these sensations. It's just a whole different world from what normal people can comprehend.
Right, yeah, so it really is unreal, I would think, to have that experience. Is there like a trick to staying up in the air? Because I think my co-host Joe was telling when he's tried this before, he just kept on hitting it. Joe's not particularly athletic, but anyway, I like to give a little job.
Some of the old boards had the platforms were very rigid, and so if your feet wasn't perfect, you were kind of all over the place. These new ones, your feet can pivot, there's bearings in there, and so these actually, we're having people flying and being successful within just a minute or two of the trip. And it's the type of deal that, yeah, really almost anybody can do it.
Very cool.
You don't have to have tons of athleticism.
I am so pleased to hear that.
Be ready to try it.
That really is great. And I like that because that's part of the experiences that Lofty Peaks and the Marina offer, is that just come to have fun, and you guys will provide the facility and the services to make that happen. It's just your attitude. But even if you bring that one person in your family, it's like, I don't want to do it. They'll change that like immediately once they get a hold of some of the toys you guys have.
We got on board with Fly Dive, and this Matt down there in California, his big sales pitch for us when we got into this was, if we can fly the Kardashians, we can fly anybody. So they really did. So you tell Joe that he needs to come out and try fly diving, because the fly dive boards are so easy. We can fly anybody. It really is. They're incredible.
That's so great. Okay, so what have people been saying about the experience when they're out there, done with the day, all nice and sunburned and having a great time out on the lake? What do people say?
I think people are just taken back by how beautiful of a place it is. I mean, we're just nestled right below Deer Valley, trees around. This time of year, killer greenery. They're taken back by just the facilities that we have. You forget your sunscreen, don't worry, we got you covered. We got a general store up there.
Thank you.
And taking that one step further, if you need a battery or something like that, we stock these things. We hate people to come up all this way wanting to be playing out on the lake for the day and have a problem. We save a lot of people's weekends just by a quick few minutes, but just get there. The facilities, the lake, the scenery, the setting, it's unsurpassed. There's really nowhere else in the state that can compete, in our opinion.
Nice. It looks like such an amazing time out there. Do you guys have any direct connection to the park out there on the water? The
Whibbit?
The inflatable?
The Whibbit.
You do?
Yep.
Tell me about that.
The Aqua X Zone is what the company is called, Aqua X Zone over there. They are affiliated with us, and it's just an inflatable jump house, climb wall. They have
extravaganza.
Yeah, it's just a good activity. It's an inexpensive way for people to get their families in an activity. They do 1 hour and 2 hour, 3 hour, and I think they even do a half day and a full day rental. That you can check that out. You can go right online at Aqua X Zone and book your tickets. You can buy the same day. Just walk up to the booth over there, and they'll do same day as well.
That's great.
But just really, after an hour of doing it, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. It's like going to a trampoline place. I've taken my kids to trampoline places before, and it's exhausting after an hour.
Well, there's like monkey bars, like trampoline.
Oh, yeah.
What's the thing where you can like jump and launch someone
I think
off?
they call it the blob.
The blob.
Oh, I
They call it
love
the
that. That
blob.
was my favorite thing when I saw that. I looked at some stuff they had put together, and I was like, this looks insane.
Yeah,
So
parents,
cool.
bring your kids out. Your kids will be tired. They'll actually sleep good that night. It'll be the best money you've ever
There you
spent.
go. That's the real seller right there. Tire your kids out for the next day. That's so great. All right, so Tyler, what's your favorite part about being involved with the marina? Do you have a particular toy you love to take out and drive around, or what do you enjoy?
I probably have probably the wake surfing is what I've come to like the most. It's kind of sad, in fairness, we don't get out probably as much as everybody thinks, because when you're there to have fun, we're here to take care of you. But the wake surfing it's not a new thing in Utah anymore, but it's still something that a lot of people haven't done. It's a ton of fun. Our boats this year have automated surf systems on them. You can hop side to side on them.
And explain what wake surfing is for those that may have not had a chance to do it yet.
So we can take boats and we put ballast in them, is what we call it. Basically, we just flood the boat in a controlled circumstance, of course, and it pushes it down in the water, and it makes the waves come out so big that you can literally ride a surfboard without any rope or anything, and it has enough thrust coming off the boat that you can just ride the surf off of the boat, and you can do 360s and kick flips and all kinds of stuff. It's just total riot. And the thing that's nice about it for me as I start climbing in years is doesn't ring your bell quite like some of the other things do when you fall. It's a little more less impact. You can feel your face after. So that's nice.
This is good. This is great news. But I have tried it myself in the past, and it is a riot. It's so much fun.
It is.
And as you just listed, there's so many opportunities to get out there. Pretty much any level, any experience level, any age, like you have something for everyone in your group coming out.
Just get to the marina, and we can make sure that you have fun. Whether it's just paddleboarding, a kayak, you know, put your kids in the front of the kayak and go out, or go out on a jet ski. I mean, people come in off the jet skis. It's so much fun.
It's
I mean,
exhilarating.
it's just exhilarating. That's a great way putting it. You can go fast, you can go slow. It's the type of deal where you're in control. So if you got a kid that doesn't want to go fast, or you don't want to go fast, you don't have to. Just do, and everything's at your own pace and at your own speed. Just get there. I promise we can find something for you to have fun with.
Nice. All right, so where are you guys located, and where can we find you online?
So we are off of Highway 40, exit 8. It's the Mayflower exit. Go into the park. There is a park entrance fee, but after that, just basically head to the bottom of the road. We have our stand-up paddle boards and kayaks over at the beach house this year, which is just a short 2-minute walk from where the main marina is, where we have the boats and the launch ramp and everything like that. But just get there. It's right off of Highway 40, just a few minutes from Park City here. We just have a little slice of heaven so close to Park City here.
So true, and I think so often we forget that Utah is seriously the most phenomenal place to live. The access you have to the mountains, which we'll talk more about in a second, to the reservoirs and lakes that are so gorgeous. I think
killer.
I take it for granted so often. I really do forget how lucky we are to be here. But we're going to talk more about that and Lofty Peaks adventures after this commercial break. Stay tuned for more. You're watching the Mountain Morning Show. Good morning and welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. We are continuing our conversation with some great adventures you can get out and enjoy this summer season. We just chatted about the Jordanelle Rentals and Marina, and now we're moving on to Lofty Peaks Adventures. But before we do, I wanted you to give a shout out for your July festivities. What do you have going on, Tyler?
We were talking during the break. We pretty much like to take most of July and turn it into a big party. So
What you do? You do very well.
We do it very well. So we obviously have the 4th, we have the 24th, the state holiday, and then just for good measure, we do a Fire on the Water event. We have some awesome partners with that. Marine Products is a big sponsor. They put on a great show, but there's tons of food vendors, other vendors from motorsports to hoodies to koozies to all sorts of stuff. Then we cap off the night with a big fireworks show over top of the water, and it's killer because you have the reflections off of the lake. You can hear it echo through the canyons around there. And so yeah, we have 3 just awesome weekends at Jordanelle there.
So is
where
that
we
free, except for the state park entrance?
There is
what cost is involved, I guess?
Yeah, so it's $20 a carload,
that makes sense.
and that gets you in. It gets you into the whole park though. Like you can come and paddleboard for that. You can go to the food trucks. So
and
it's not like it's just that event. So it's everything.
And the fireworks. Okay,
yes.
So the full day, and that's your full carload.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's awesome. Everyone in there, right?
So it's a
great.
killer show. Ton of fun. Ton of fun stuff to see, and just a gorgeous night. Sit out on the beach and watch a fireworks show. It's awesome.
Excellent. So cool. All right. And if you couldn't get enough of that water, let's go over to the mountains now, where I was out with you guys a couple of weekends ago. And I've said it before on the show. I mean, the day after I was out with you guys, I was like, oh my gosh, you guys need to try this. It was so amazing because, Brinton, I was so bothered because I grew up in Utah and I had never been over there and I'd never been out with you guys. And I was like, how is this even possible? You guys are awesome over there. I loved hanging out with you guys for the day.
Well, shame on you for not coming up sooner.
I know, right? Totally all my fault. But you are here now and I've had the experience. But you guys have been around for, geez, over 2 decades?
Yeah, Lofty Peaks has done ATVs and snowmobiling in correlation with the state park over at Wasatch Mountain State Park for going on 20 years. And we kind of got our feet wet with snowmobiling, and down the road we introduced to the state park an ATV option, and they thought it was brilliant, and we kind of ran from there. It's been just a fun way to get people into the backcountry during the summertime. A different way to get your family up on the mountain. There's a lot of hiking, there's a lot of cycling, there's a lot of things to do non-motorized over at Wasatch Mountain State Park. But 30 minutes access from Park City. You can run over to Heber, jump on a machine, ride. We're the only trailhead where you can just drive your car. No trailers, no nothing. Just drive your car over, get on a machine, and ride the dirt.
Yeah, you're on the trail immediately. You can see us out there on part of the trail, but as you can see, they have some side-by-sides, you have the ATVs, and you guys are very accommodating to help people bring the whole family out, right? Like even if you have little kids, you can bring them with you.
Yeah, the side-by-sides nowadays are great because you can put 4 people in them, mom and dad and a couple of kids. We even have a bench seat on one of them where you can put 3 kids in the back. It just gives you an opportunity to get multiple people in one vehicle if you have small kids. The guides do a great job at taking you up and showing you around, and they cater to you. That's the best thing about going with a guide is he can ride and tailor the trip to your rider ability. If you're beginners, we can just do really easy beginner trails. If you're intermediate, we can step it up. And he's been riding for years, and you just are in town, or if you're a local that don't have machines anymore, you can come up and ride for the day. We give you a map and you can explore on your own.
Nice.
Or you can go with a guide who can ride to your ability and just make it a good experience for you.
And I can certainly vouch for that in my comfort level in doing this. I was excited, but I was a little iffy because I was like, I've never really tried some of these trails, but you guys were so great at helping me feel comfortable and just kind of that boost of confidence, being like, you can do it, Chelsea. And I'm like, I sure hope I can. But it all worked out, and it was such a blast. There's such a feeling with both of these activities that we've been talking about, both of these organizations, of like, it's really confidence boosting. If you've never done things like this before, or it's been a while, it's such an experience. You're like, wow, I just did that. And the sights you get to see, tell me about that, Brinton.
Well, the Wasatch Mountain State Park nestles kind of on the backdrop of Mount Timpanogos, so your views are spectacular. You got the backdrop of Mount Timpanogos on the back side. You get up towards up on top of what they call the Cummins Parkway, and get up into the state park a little further, which borders the Forest Service. You can get into the Forest Service a little bit and actually see Snowbird, get back into what they call American Fork and down into Tibble Fork. There's even a lake down there you can spend the day and have lunch.
And you can access that from the
From our trailhead.
over
Yep.
to really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's
You can
great.
ride right from the parking lot where we left from and go all the way over to the base, what they call Mineral Basin, over where Snowbird is. You can see the tram up on the top.
Nice.
And have lunch down at Pacific Mine down there, and just a lot of cool trails.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Absolutely, and it's so great. I mean, a couple weeks ago it was pretty green, still is, but man, it's just perfect out there right now.
And fall time.
Oh,
Fall
my
time is
gosh.
beautiful too.
I bet
Leaves
that's
start changing
insane.
colors, and you have that. And a lot of people just like to come out when it's warm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to. You get up in the higher elevation, it gets a little cooler. That's why
Yes,
up
it
here.
does.
That's why up here in Park City, it's a little cooler than the valley. So you really want to get cool. Get up to 9,000 feet and
Then you'll feel it.
see the views.
Nice little breeze up
That's
there.
right.
Well, share with me the amount of people you can take on these. Our group was a little bit smaller, which seemed pretty ideal for its purposes, but you can do pretty big.
Oh yeah, Lofty Peaks also does a lot of corporate groups for a lot of companies that come into town. We've done groups of 50 and 60 before. So ideally, we don't like to send more than 20 machines just due to the dust factor and the views and things like that. You can cover a lot more terrain in smaller groups like we had. We were able to cover quite a bit of miles with just the 4 or 5 of us. But smaller groups are easy. Big groups, we can put together big groups for people. Like I said, 40, 50 people, not a problem. We can get you out and just separate. Sometimes we have the 4-seater side-by-sides too. We've got 4 or 5 of those. We've got 2-seater side-by-sides and then double ATVs, quads. So you can do singles or doubles on the ATVs as well.
Nice. And you guys provide the helmets?
Helmets are provided. We've
Yeah.
got bandanas. We've got waters there. small amenities there. We are at a trailhead, so it's not like we have, you know, a big luxurious lodge or anything like that. Like,
That's what I like
but
about it.
it's remote.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So.
And there's some restrooms right there at the trailhead as well.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's such a great time out there. What have people been saying about the experience?
You know, you always have people from all across the world that come over. We really do. From locals to people who've never been on an ATV or side-by-side before in their life. And the best thing is the views. The views are just spectacular. Getting into the backcountry this way is something that most people have never done before, even locals. How many locals do you know that have never skied before? There's a lot of them. So there's people who have just never done this type of activity before, and this is just a great way to get out of the heat, get up on top, see some beautiful, beautiful area, and people just love being outdoors. It just brings, you know, a smile to everybody's face.
That's
So.
right. And if you're in the valley and it's a particularly smoggy day, you
Yeah.
can get out of that way
Absolutely.
as well. But so
Absolutely.
many great things that you guys provide between the two organizations. But let's remind folks how they can register. They can go online, right?
Yes, you can go online. You can go to loftypeaks.com. You can reserve online. You can call our phone number as well, and book online or book over the phone.
Very good. All right, Brinton, Tyler, anything else to add this morning? Did we get it all?
Just
Nearly?
get out and play.
Yeah, right now it's just time to
Just
get
get
out
out.
and play. That's for sure.
If you're looking for reservations at Jordanelle, just go to Jordanelle Rentals .com, and you can.
It's all set up right
you
there.
can all set up there
Online,
too.
you've made it easy
So,
for us. All
yeah.
right. Well, gentlemen, thank you so
Pleasure was
much.
ours.
Thanks for
Great
having
to
us.
have you here. Nice to see you
Good to see you
again.
again.
I'll have to get out there again with you guys. That was
Sounds
so
good.
much
We'll do
fun.
it.
You're watching Park City Television here on the Mountain Morning Show. Stay tuned for more. We have much more happening here on the show after this.